Hello everybody and welcome back to Megastore Simulator. You find me in the middle of rearranging my bakery. We are going to get this completed today. We're going to get all of the bakery stuff on, and in that small space there, it is quite tight, but I'm pretty confident we can do it. 6 shelves should do it. I'm not going to bother doubling up like we have been doing so far. So normally what I would do, for example, is double up. So I'd go across with them or something like that and double up everything. I don't think I need to do that. And if I do it, I can't get everything in. Not in this space anyway. We'd need to do several expansions, and it would make the bakery section quite large as well. So I'm just going to do single shelf of everything. So we'll remove some of them and just have single ones. That will work in here. Around the rest of the store, I like to double up on everything like you've seen over here in the grocery section, which is now yellow, by the way. I'll explain that in a second. But I like to double up everything. Just so there's plenty of stock out here, and it makes the restocker's life a bit easier and make sure that stock's always pretty full in your store. But that kind of gets taken care of by the trays, doesn't it? So we're gonna double up the trays so there's plenty of stock on the trays, and then the baker can just grab it with ease because the baker's always here anyway. The baker never leaves this area, so the baker can just grab it, put it on, and if some of them are running low, he'll just be putting them on constantly anyway. We'll probably get a baker to do the afternoon shift as well, so a second baker. But that should all work fine, I think. There will be a few spots left over, even with 6 shelves, so I can still double up on maybe these that only have 5, but generally I think we'll be fine. So that's all going to fit in there. Why do I want to squeeze it into a small place? Well, first of all, that will not be staying there. That will be moving at some stage once we've got loads of expansions and moved all the way far into the store, like over there, but over there. That's all going over there anyway, so this isn't its permanent home. And secondly, the new update that is coming to the game, I think tomorrow. So I'm recording this on the 31st of March. I think it's due on the 1st or 2nd of April, depending on how many bugs get squished, brings seafood to the game. And now I have a little preview of that because I'm playing this on the playtest version. So I've clicked onto the playtest version on Steam, and you can anyone can do that. You can go onto the playtest and you can go on the playtest and test out the new updates as they come. Now, obviously, the issue with that, or the caveat to that, is a lot of the time it's full of bugs that need squashing, because that's the point in putting it out for playtest and like early access of updates is, they don't work properly yet. So it can mess up your game. So that's why I don't tend to do it for the YouTube series, because I don't want to mess up anything that I'm doing. I'd rather wait until it works, basically. But I thought we'll just have a quick look at it because I can only look at it visually anyway. We can't actually play with it because I haven't got the space or the money. But it has brought seafood to the game. So we've got a lobster tank and a fish stand. There will be an employee, I think, coming for this as well. That's not made it just yet, but that should hopefully come with the update or not long afterwards. And if we have a look in the licenses, you've got various different types of fish and lobsters and things like that will go in the shelving. So that's pretty good. And like I say, there should be an employee that will serve people. So we've got a seafood area that we'll get started up with. And to add to this update, we now have some filters as well. So if I go to products here, we've now got the off-shelf, on-shelf, and storage type. So you can filter by storage type, and that works across the board as well. So you can click your various shelving, and it'll just show you items for that shelving, which is quite handy actually when you're like creating a section like I've been doing recently. I can just go, well, if I only wanted fridge items because I'm redoing my fridge area, click fridge, that's all the fridge items. So I quite like that. That's quite good. Then we've got our on-shelf stuff, which you can sort in stock, low stock, or out of stock, or probably most handily, the off-shelf stuff. So you can click out of stock, off-shelf, and for example, if I went to sports, it only shows the items that are out of stock in sports. So I know I need a pallet of those and a pallet of those, rather than scrolling through everything. Same in music. I need a lot of these because these sell out every day. But I can click through these now. I don't need to scroll, because normally you'd have to be on all, for example, as I'm sure many of you are aware, and scroll all the way down just looking for red numbers, basically. But now you can sort that out. That's much better, isn't it? So that makes restocking on the PC pretty simple, actually. The only issue you have is if you've got some false numbers like I have. But if you don't, that works quite well. I think also in the update, there will be a fix for when you lose stock down the escalator. You know, when I've been climbing up, and many of you as well, you got the escalator and your stuff goes through the floor and it's gone. That is being fixed as well. I think we may be given some stock back as well. It might appear out the front. And a few other things like that are being fixed. And there might be a few other things as well. I've not looked fully into it. I just wanted to have a look to see what the new license was about. And so we're going to be doing seafood. But we won't be doing any of that today ourselves, because I'm just going to get heading on with the bakery here. So I've already bought some trays I'm now going to purchase some units themselves. So let's get some shelving to the storefront. Let's get this thing arranged. So why is this yellow? The color mod updated, and it took all the colors away from the in-store again. So when I was putting them back, I thought, should we just try a different color? Because I was never fully sold on the green, so I'm trialing yellow. I'm not 100%. It may not stay for more than one episode or two. I'm just going to live with it for a little while, see how I like it. And if I don't like it, we'll either revert back to the green or try a different color entirely until I get something that I 100% like. Because that's one of the colors in store that I'm not sold on as of yet. Like the other colors I'm pretty happy with. Like in store, I'm all right with everything. That's the one area I'm still not 100% sure of. I have changed a couple of things upstairs just before we do this. I've moved the self-checkouts to just here and moved the changing rooms over there. That was actually a comment in the comments section, and I thought, you know what, that does make sense, and it looks a lot better as well, doesn't it? That's happened there, and I've changed this to, it's kind of a grey in the right lights, but it's a black/grey. Let's call it black/grey, which I think suits the sports section quite well, actually. It pops the shelving because it's all caged. It kind of pops the shelving a bit, and all the colours stand out quite well as well. So hopefully that will look good wherever that ends up. So I'm not 100% sure it'll stay down there. I think we'll end up moving it at some stage. All right, let's see what I want to do over here then. So my plan for this is have some shelving here and then sort of curve it round to here and then curve it round to here. So the customer walks into the area and can just browse like that, in like a semicircle, and then out they go. So that's kind of what my plan is for this. And all the baking will take place obviously behind the counter there. So if we try and get this at a slight angle, hopefully that will be fine. We can straighten it up like that. Something like that is what I'm thinking. We may have to move slightly over, but something like that. Yeah, is that... I mean, that kind of is center, but I think a bit more to the left. Be good, wouldn't it? Something like that, maybe. Utilize the space. We are a bit tight for space here. Anyway. I wonder if that could go at a slightly shallower angle. And I could do that, couldn't I? I could do that, maybe. I quite liked the curved idea, but could just do something like that. That's not bad, actually, having it like that. And I've got some more room down the side as well. So I might... Now, do I move... Now it's quite nice because it's central of that area. But knowing we've got fruit and vegetable shelves to get in here, and now we've got the seafood section coming, I do need all of that space for those things. So as nice as it is to have that sort of centered, maybe it'd be better slightly over. Don't know. I mean, that could be changed, obviously, in future. Let's put the right flooring down, shall we? I do like the idea of this kind of like being a staff-only area as well, which is kind of how it feels now. Like a member of the public would have to squeeze through that gap. It feels like a staff-only area. If I put something here as well, I like the idea of that being staff-only. Does that make sense? And maybe I will leave it a bit like that. Problem is, I think I've got one more, haven't I? Yeah. So I've only accounted for 5 there. So I definitely need... So I need to go slightly further across with the next one. I think that's why I had a curved in my mind when I've been thinking about this, because this is going to go way over there. Then if this just came about there somewhere. Maybe we could do that. Just enough room. There is just enough room down there. Actually, that's not bad. That's not too bad. That's obviously, this is the way in. And then nobody's going to come around here anyway, because I'd be surprised if the baker manages to get around there. That's not bad. Yeah. So it's either that or have the curved. I liked the idea of having it curved, but you had to sort of... You'd have to do it like this sort of thing. Have it just at an angle. Always looks a bit weird, I think, because it's not really supposed to be that way. So it would be something like that, and then like that. Do we like that better than the straight lines? I think I do, actually. I think I do. I think I prefer it just slightly curved. If that's the case, I think we need to budge up slightly, if possible. Ever so slightly. Budge it up to there. Hopefully this is still fine. Seems to be. Yeah, I think I prefer it curved. It looks more inviting, I think. It's just whether it can be done. Not quite, I don't think. I don't think this can be quite done. Nearly, but I don't think I've got quite enough room. How far back can that go? Pretty tight down there, isn't it? I wouldn't want to be the baker. Feel a bit trapped in there. There we go. That look okay? I think that looks a bit odd now, actually, because I don't think it's as curved on the left. I've not done the same curve, have I? I don't think I've got quite the room. I think I'll go back to the straight design that we had, but I will potentially have it curved in future. Let's color everything to make sure that it's not just the color that I'm seeing wrong here. But yeah, that curve's not the same, is it? And because of that, it kind of looks like you've just dumped it. So I think we'll go back to what we had. It's a nice idea, but I just don't think we're ready for it yet. I think I will do the other design, though. I will have it curved, but we'll have it curved when we've got some more room. And we'll have a nice curved bakery once we've got a full space for it over there somewhere. We'll do that, but this is okay. Plenty of room to walk around. Closed off just there to the public. Not that they go around there anyway. That's a purely imaginary thing. But that was quite good. Right, so the bakery is more or less done. Now we need to squeeze some of these tray racks around here. Hopefully there's enough room for. I get the feeling I've just... There we go. Back. Got the feeling there that I'd lost that, but somehow I was still able to open it, so it was fine. I wonder if putting these on here might be safer. There we go. There's plenty of room around here for them anyway. There we go. We've got room for one more, I would say. Maybe two at a push. Which should be enough, I would say. We'll see how we go anyhow. Right. So. Should we have bread? Bread this side? We've got some bread there as well, fortunately. In fact, I might switch that one out for this. I have priced everything already, so I've already got all of the licenses for the bread. just a matter of putting it on, really. Oh, come on, game. Literally just moved one from here. All right, we'll have to manually do it. There we go. So if I get a tray and put these ones just there. Like I said, I'm only going to single do all of these. Does mean that's interesting, isn't it? Did I get some from below? You can get more in there? Is that what we're finding out here? Because I can't get anywhere near that many just there. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, what we're going to find here, though, is I'm probably going to end up with some stock left over here that needs selling. That's fine. I think I still will double up those. There are going to be some extra spaces available to us. I think I'll still double up those just because you only get 5 of them on at any one time. Right, that's those done. Right. I think we need to go and buy some stuff then, don't we? Okay, so I have just purchased all of the bread items and the savory stuff. So this is all of the savory items in the game. And so they're all going to go around here, and then this is going to be left for the sweet stuff. So I've taken away all of the double shelving that I'd done, apart from the croissants. We're just going to have to leave those as they are for now. Possibly indefinitely. We'll see how we go. Just going to run out of space. I've moved some of the excess stuff over here. So I'll keep these 2 on the go briefly, just in the middle of the floor or something, until they've sold out. And gradually as they sell out, I'll just untick them and then sell them. So I'll probably do that between the videos anyway. So let's get some bread on then, shall we? So what have I got? Seeded roll, village bread. So it's all bread, generally. All of this stuff can come first. There's a few pastries as well that are savory. Seeded roll. Doesn't really matter where we place these, does it? Now, my plan is to double shelf quite a few of these things. Whether I will double shelf absolutely everything or not, I don't know. Could do. Cook those ones. Then we'll have village bread. I think this probably wants double shelving. We wouldn't get that many of those on. Give those a cook. The only problem with stacking the bakery is having to cook everything first, isn't it? It'd be nice if I could just label it and then the baker just does it. But because you can't do that, quite annoying. Right, I think these loaves could go down there. Now this might be something I have to double do, because I don't think you get many of those. These rolls can come just here. They look like they're going to at least go again, don't they? So they should be fine. Right, what else have I got? Baguettes. Plenty of those, really. Get the baguettes on. A loaf. And we've got round bread left. Right, that one can come over here. So this is kind of loaves and baguettes, isn't it? I just want to see how that looks from the front. You don't get a true representation from the other side, do you? So we have got a bit of spare space there. It's whether I need to double do that loaf or not, isn't it? Is that going to be fine with only 6, or do we need to move some over there as well? Probably ought to, because I don't think we're going to get enough. These large items, you just don't get enough on, do you? I think 18 baguettes or even 10 just there is more than enough. Even 8 is probably enough. It's the ones that are low, like 5, 6, I don't know, might be fine. Who knows? Right, let's take some more stuff around, get some more baking done. Right, ciabatta, we'll have that. Sausage ones. I think these things can all kind of go together, like the Turkish pide and the other things. They can all go together. They're all like proper savory stuff, aren't they? Rustic roll, wheat loaf, pumpkin seed rolls. We'll take these, I think. Plum bread. Yeah, these breads need to come as well, don't they? For the next shelving. All right, oat bread. Didn't mean to do that. Probably an item I don't need to double shelf, actually. I think you would have got quite a lot on there. Cook those. Tell you what, the baker is going to be busy in the morning, isn't he? He's going to come in the morning and he's going to be like, what on earth has happened here? I'm pretty sure that I didn't have all of this much work to do. Because when he left work, we just had the same shelving we've had for however many episodes it's been now. He's going to come to work and he's going to be like, what has happened here? This is not how I left it. Yeah, I just ran out of storage space with doubling up everything. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to double up absolutely everything. I don't think I'm going to be able to be honest. I think some things are just going to have one of something, because I just don't think I've got the room for all of these trays. I'm just, I've bought a couple of extra shelves here just to fill this trays up entirely, so I've basically just bought them for extra trays. And then I bought a new unit as well. Will hopefully be enough. If not, then as I say, we'll just have to have some stuff as singles, unfortunately. But it's going well though. It's taking a while to bake everything. That's why I've skipped forward in the video, because you don't need to see me just baking over and over and over again. It does take a long time to fill these shelves. I mean, it can take a while anyway to fill shelving in this game. But it takes a very long time to do when you have to bake it all first. But it is going well though. We've got all of our breads pretty much done. I've got 2 more to do, or 3 more I think. And yes, 3 more I think. And then we're on to the sweet stuff. Of which I think there are 15 sweet items. They're all going to fit in there quite nicely because there's 16 slots. So we should get away with that. Right, with 1 more tray left. I think I've got 1 more spot somewhere. You go just there. Actually, we're 1 tray shy. Look at that. Just 1 tray shy of a full go. So yeah, well, actually 2 trays. There's an extra tray there that could do with something. Probably ought to put that on actually, because that could cause problems. So let's steal one from here. Put that there where that croissant is. There we go. Alright, so these can be sold. Pack it up and then sell it for 150. It's an expensive way to get trays. I still don't know why they don't come with full trays. What the reasoning is behind that, because it's now been upped so you get 6 trays per one. Why don't you get a full quota of trays? I don't understand why that's the case. Right, so these are largely full, but we've got a couple of extra spaces at the top now. Those baked. And what are you doing here? What are you doing? mean, I gather he's refilling the shelves, but what is he... I mean, I've heard of time wasting, but this is taking the biscuit, isn't it? Why did you do that? So you walked down here, placed it here, walked all the way around there to take it off, came all the way back again, did that, walked all the way back around to put it back on again, walked all the way around to bring it back. That just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why did he do that? I can't even think why his pathing would take him that way. Whatever. Right, we'll double do those, but I don't think I'm going to double do anything else because I am not going to have enough tray storage if I do that. So I'm just going to single tray everything else and hope for the best. Right, these can go down here. Our other sort of bagely looking stuff, and these can go just here. I think I've got a chia seed bun left, which is going to have to go here, which is kind of weird. It doesn't really go with the croissants, but it'll have to go there now because I didn't realize I hadn't bought it with the other stuff, so ideally that would have gone over here somewhere. It's going to have to just go there now. So that's the last savory item that I have. The rest of them are sweet or can be classed as sweet because there are a few. There's a couple of pastries that could go either way. There's just a puff pastry and it's just listed as a puff pastry. It could have anything inside. So I'm going to, for the purposes of the game and because I've already done my savory section over there, it is now filled with something sweet. That's good. You get a lot of those on there. That's good. Let's bake this. That's going to have to go there, as I say. And then everything is filled just there. It's full. That can go just there. All right, let's go and grab some sweet stuff. Now, do we want anything in particular first here? It'd be good to get the donuts together, wouldn't it? So we've got a plain donut, a powdered donut, chocolate drizzle, and a pink. Is that it? I think that's it. Just the 4. I'd expect it to be only the 4. Must remember to double check that though just before we move on. You know what's weird about these donuts? Cooking it with the frosting already on. So you've already got your topping on. So all of your icing is on the donut, and then you bake it with the icing on. Rather than cook the donut, which is also weird doing them in the oven, to be honest. Rather than frying them. But cooking it with the icing on is a new one on me. You'd think it would melt and go everywhere and just be a total mess, wouldn't you? But somehow it works. They do look quite nice, though. Right, that one can go just here. This one can come next to it. So they can go just underneath. Let's go and get some more stuff. Okay, welcome back. We're on the home stretch. Very nearly finished now. nearly baked absolutely everything pretty much, because we only had, what was it, 6 bakery items before, so I've basically gone through the whole thing and just baked them all up here. It's taken quite a while. Got some apple turnovers here. So they can come over here. So this is all sweet pastries in this corner end. Unfortunately, I have this seeded loaf, which should have gone in over here. I should have put this on somewhere over here, but I didn't purchase it at the right time. And now by the time I have purchased it, everywhere else is already full up. It would fit in over here, of course, if I didn't have so many croissants. So maybe I can remove it and put it over here eventually. But for now, it's just going to have to go over here, weirdly. But we can pretend it's a chocolate loaf, can't we? Because it kind of looks like that anyway. Or a fruit loaf or something like that. So it's it can be sweet in our world, can't it? I think the last thing that needs baking is this. I think. And I don't think there's anything else. So I think I've done everything else. Everywhere's got a spot. I've purchased some more trays and got plenty. Every tray station now has the full amount of trays it can hold. Some things are only single done because we were running low on space, but most are doubled. And then we've got one final space left. And I could just double up something if I need to. Or just leave. What should we do? Should we double up something? It would make sense to double up something, wouldn't it? I suppose it only makes sense to double up something from just here. So maybe double up that loaf. You only get 6 of those on. I'll double that loaf up. Make sure I grab the right tray for that. Nope, not the whole thing. I can use my auto tray thing, but when you do it, it grabs a tray from storage, which is fine, but if it grabs the wrong one, it could cause me pain down the line, so we'll have it like that. It's a bit tight just there, but I think we are done. So if I then pick this up and sell it, because I don't need that anymore, I think the bakery is complete. That's been quite the marathon to do all of that. Mostly the baking. You spend a lot of time waiting around because you have to unload everything, then you have to bake it, then you have to load it onto the shelves. It's quite an involved process when you do it all at once. But yeah, our bakery is complete. So we've got our breads just here, which then evolve into savory croissants and flatbreads, which then evolve into sweet goods, and then sweet pastries to finish with an odd bit of bread on the end there because I couldn't get it in elsewhere, but we'll pretend it's sweet. And that is the bakery complete. So I've got some spillover. So I'm going to leave these as they are. And let's colour that one in, make sure it's the right colour, even though we are going to sell it. So I'm going to leave these as they are and then just sell the stock down in here. Once the stock has disappeared, then I will sell them. I think that's the best option for those. So for now, I don't really want them in the bakery section. We'll sell them at the front of the store as people walk in. It's a shame I can't put like a for sale sign on them. Like, you know, 50% off or something, please buy me now. So if people walk in, they can grab that. And that'll get rid of it. Right. Let me just go and order some stock. Leave that just there. Actually, we could just get to the next day. Let's purchase some stock. So we need a lot of stuff. I need all of these things, of course, because none of these things I have. Well, some of them I do, but not many of them I have in storage. So off shelves here, that's a bit misleading because off shelf here just means it's out in the bakery itself, not in the warehouse. So what I'm going to do is buy... I know I've got those. I'm just going to buy one pallet of everything just to get me started. Because then it's got a place in the warehouse. And then we can work on, like, fill all pallets after that. Okay, all the bakery stuff is going on. I'm just spending an absolute fortune by buying everything by the pallet load in the music section. And the sports. Look at the money, just goes crazy. Vending machines. These aren't too bad. These are nice and cheap. It just goes absolutely crazy. That's 50 grand we're about to spend. It's not too bad. Often it can be more than that. I've spent nearly, well, I've seen, no, it's well over 100, I think it was, at some stage. So you can end up spending lots and lots of stuff. We'll have this stuff come, we'll have it come off the pallet to dock 2 and hope for the best with that. The problem with, I think doing it off the pallet is why I'm losing so much stock sometimes. I should probably just do it all on the pallets, because I think if it's off the pallet, it's when it falls through the truck sometimes. Right, everything is looking really good here. Baker's doing well. Everything's fully stocked. I like it. So I'm going to actually open up for a day. And we'll have a day open. I think we've got enough guitars and stuff on. We're out of stock in the storeroom, but we've got enough stuff on. Those guys can unload that as the day goes forward. We'll see how we go. Can I introduce you anything from our new bakery section, which will also have the slight smell of fresh paint, because I've just remembered I haven't actually painted the wall yet. I may well change the color scheme down here at some stage from that white to something else. I mean, I could go with the normal color. I just fancied the white because it's bright. I thought the bright color would suit a bakery quite well, but we'll see, because that wall will disappear and that wall will disappear as well. None of these walls remain for that much longer, so we can come up with a color scheme maybe when it's in its final resting place. This needs fixing. I don't want the baker coming over here and doing this. I'm gonna have to move these things onto a tray of ready cooked stuff, aren't I? Because the baker's just wasting his time by walking backwards and forwards, restocking something I don't even want stocking. And I may also have to put a gap here so they can walk through, because the restockers doing this all the time is going to get annoying. It's really going to slow them down, isn't it? Like if he's doing that every time just to go back to his thing. Look how much time he's wasting on one thing that he could be restocking other things. So I might need a layout change going forward just to help them out. Just a gap in the...
a little stale. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, a gap there. I mean, obviously these things don't need to be here, but just a gap to help him out. Upper floor. Unnecessary, but I'm going to have to take it. I might as well take it now, to be honest. I'll take that now. And then we've got this one that we'll take next time, which is that wall there. So we can move slightly further that way. But now I've got an unnecessary expansion. It's been pushed off the escalator there. I've got an unnecessary expansion over here, which is quite annoying. I really don't need this. Now we can move that stuff down there, but I just don't need this. Because the seafood's going to go downstairs, because of course that's where you want that. If any other food items come next, I also want those downstairs. I just don't need this. I really wish you could take things the way you want to. The only good thing about this is the next one hopefully brings... Well, I think it might go the other way actually, but if I can bring that wall down as well, I can at least maybe bring the changing rooms over and spread the clothes out a bit more over there. But otherwise, it's kind of wasted space. I will give it a lick of paint, mind. Might as well do that, hadn't we, while we're waiting for some time to pass here to see how well that bakery's performing. We'll go with the same sort of purple color, I think. There we go. Probably won't stay that way. It's just coloured in, so everything's coloured. That's all. There we go. Perfect. Right, how's it going over here? Going well. So he's about to go home. Hopefully he's got enough stuff. I think there's enough stuff on there, isn't there? I don't think we're going to sell out here in the afternoon. I probably ought to get another baker.
I love that freshly baked smell.
I just want to know if I definitely need to, because I don't want to use an employee spot that could be used for a restocker, which is generally more important, if one baker can deal with it. So he's going to go home now. So my experiment basically is, how much of this stuff will sell out through the afternoon? Is it worth getting another baker? Because he's now on his way home. See you tomorrow. We'll see how well this does now. So if this all sells out like crazy and we start getting really low on stock, then it's worth getting a baker for the afternoon. If it's manageable, like it's not super low and he can just come in the morning and restock it pretty easily, then we'll go down that road. Because usually I'll have to wait around in the morning anyway for restocking and unloaders to unload the truck and stuff like that. So he's got plenty of time in the morning, really. But we'll see how he goes. All right, so the next upgrade then, I'm tempted to take it, to be honest, so we can have a look at it now. Growth. We might as well, I think. If I take that, yeah, that brings the next wall down. Now, can I get my seafood section in here? Probably not, to be honest. That's a very small area for seafood, isn't it? We might as well have a sneak peek at it, though, I suppose. If we have furniture, lobster tank and fish stand. We have a look at this now, just while we're waiting for the end of the day. So if we get... The lobster tank's all the way down. So you don't get lobsters and crabs and stuff until you get way down anyway. So fish would probably be okay. But I think... So we're going to need, obviously, the public are going to need to be able to come in to that area. So that can't be as closed off as it is here with the freezers. So I'm going to have to do something with these freezers as well. So these freezers are probably going to have to bend around the corner now. Temporarily. Otherwise people can't come in.
That looks great. Nice and fresh.
Anyway, can they? They can't come round. It's going to have to be something like that for now, until we can take down that wall and then we can go over there. Maybe along that wall or something. Keep things open. So if I buy, let's just see how this works. Let's buy a fish stand. If I license one of this, that gives me sardines and mackerels. Deliver it to the storefront. Let's just have a go at this, shall we? We'll do it in full next time, or largely in full next time, depending on how much space it's going to take. It might take a few videos. Let's just have a look at it. See if we can get some on. Maybe even sell one or two.
Great. Nice and fresh.
All right, so fish stand. It's pretty large. Wow, that is large. So is this self-service, or does an employee, or do I have to do something here? Find out. It could well be self-service. All right, let's put this up at something like
Nice cross.
625. Somewhere around there. Sell this one for somewhere similar. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, look, you do serve it. Hang on, I'm behind the wall. Interesting. I'm interacting here. So you do serve people here. So yeah, this is why you get an employee at some point, but I've now beamed behind the wall, which is not ideal. Because I'm now stuck behind the wall. There we go. I think I'm out of the wall now. Right, so I have to wait here. So people will come over here, I think, and you have to serve them. I don't know if anybody's going to come and do this because it's now so late in the day. All of the present customers coming in probably do not have this even aware to them. They're probably walking in, it's not part of their shopping list to come and buy fish. So we're probably not going to see this, but this is how it's going to work. So this is why you have an employee. So somebody will come and they'll say, I want some mackerel or whatever. And I guess we have to put it in there, chop it up by the looks of it, and then pack it for them. So we'll probably get it, descale it, chop it, put it in there, wrap it, hand it to the customer. It's what I'm guessing. Not tried it. My first time standing behind this counter, so we will see.
Perfect color. It looks freshly baked.
But I think we will end up seeing next time. I don't think anyone's going to come to me. It's a bit of a shame. Nice if somebody did. I'd like to see it before we get into it next time. But this means this section needs to be huge, doesn't it? So I can get 1, 2, so I can get 8 fish in here. So you're going to need probably at least 3 of these. Because there's a lot of fish. And then we're going to need some tanks as well.
Perfect color. It looks
So I think there's going to be a lot of stuff here. So I think we're going to need that wall and maybe the one behind me as well to come away to get this section in. It's good knowledge for next time. I don't think I'm going to get any customers. Stuck. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any customers in there in this one. But we did well with the bakery. I'm quite happy with the bakery. In the end, I think it's turned out well. And it has survived with just the baker in the morning as well. So I think I might carry on that way because I want a staff member. Probably going to need a staff member for the fish counter. Definitely going to need another restocker at some point because obviously we're getting more and more products. You need more restockers. So I'd rather have staff that do that than have multiple bakers if it's not necessary. And I think we can get away with just one baker. There's enough variety here that no one thing sort of sells out. At least at this point. So I think it's fine with just one baker. Just our guy on the morning shift will be good enough. We've got a customer! We've got a customer! Right. That's it. Oh no! No! Sir, you're my only customer. I'll knock it 10% off, sir. Oh, he was my only customer. And he wasn't happy with the price. Right, is he coming as well? He's coming as well. No, he's not coming. Oh, our chance for a customer. I mean, obviously we'll get plenty next time. That's not a problem. We'll see how it works. But that probably... So they're not happy at that price. I wonder if I just drop that to 620 then. Just knock a % off. That might help. Right, so I think these are the last few customers then. Just got a handful of people left in the store. And that will be another day done. So yeah, next time we will do the fish counter then. We'll get all of our seafood stuff up and running over there. We'll serve some customers, see how all of that works. And yeah, I don't think we'll get it all done because it's going to take quite a bit of space, I think. So I'm going to try and get enough done off camera to get that next wall taken down. So we've got at least that. But I think we'll need some more as well. We'll focus in on that going forwards. I think it's just these 3 customers left. Come on, sir. I'm ready to start my next day. Thank you very much, sir. Right, let's get to the next day then. So we lost a lot of money because we did upgrades like crazy and supply costs. But to be honest with you, with that amount of supply cost and that amount of upgrade, that's not bad. That's not bad. So not too bad of a day there. A few unavailable products. That's probably because we didn't have them on in time. I didn't finish unloading my trucks properly there. That's not too bad. But it wasn't bakery, so that was all working well. Right, that will do it for this episode then. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.